Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Planet Keebler. I'm so glad you're here today. This is your place for positivity, spirituality, financial discipline, and health and wellness. These are some of the things that help us grow and thrive. In today's video, we'll be talking about learning from the past. So get comfortable, open your mind, and let's explore this topic together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you vibe with the content. Now let's get into it. The past holds stories of success, failure, joy, and pain. The past often serves as a blueprint. It is a document filled with lessons on what to do, and more importantly, it's a reminder of what not to do. However, our past does not have the final say in who we are. We live in the present. We have the power to shape our future. Viewing the past through the lens of today allows us to gain wisdom. It allows us to make better choices. And as long as you're still breathing, we have the power to change our lives. When we reflect on the past with the knowledge we have now, it can be hard to understand how we made certain mistakes. Imagine looking at a video of you in high school. You may question a lot of the things you see. Why did I wear that outfit? Why did I do that? Or how did I ever like that person? This is because once we gain new insights, once we know what we know now, it becomes nearly impossible to fully recall the mindset we had before learning them. Let's consider past parenting practices like spanking. Some may struggle with the idea that spanking was beneficial. I come from a time where if you broke something in the house, if you came home after curfew, or if the teacher had to call your parents to come up to school, you got in trouble. You either got a beating or you were grounded. You were put on punishment and couldn't go outside. As a parent, I never spared the rod when it came to discipline. I also never used it as a harsh punishment or physical discipline. I made it a teachable moment. I used it as a way to get my child's attention. So as I corrected certain behaviors, I gave instruction and explanations on why you were being punished. Over time, as my child grew, I had no need to give them a spanking. In our own lives, we often look back at past choices with disbelief. It may be hard to believe, but those things happen. We realize that we acted based on limited knowledge. We didn't know better. In the past, we didn't have the awareness we have now. It is very important to learn from the past. One of the most valuable aspects of looking at the past is the wisdom it provides. Mistakes, failures, and even sins can teach us valuable lessons if we're willing to reflect on them. Our past is our personal reference. We can repeat our mistakes or become more prepared when a similar situation takes place. The key is not to dwell on past mistakes with regret. The key is to extract knowledge that can help us grow. You have to learn from past mistakes and failures. A person who has struggled with poor financial decisions in the past can use that experience to build a wiser financial future. You discover new ways to save money. You become more aware of financial scams, and you become a better financial planner by learning from your past. Learning from the past can also help you in searching for love. Someone who has been hurt in relationships can choose to love with greater wisdom and discernment. We've all been hurt in relationships. We've all heard advice from friends or our parents. Sometimes the best lessons are from our own experience and mistakes. Instead of repeating history, we can rewrite it with better choices. Use that wisdom to continue to do the things that work well. Avoid things that didn't feel good. Avoid things that didn't work. The lessons from our past can help us choose a better person when looking for love. History often serves as a guide on what not to do. This applies to raising children. This applies to relationships. This applies to environmental responsibility. This is a natural part of learning. Growth comes from experience. We learn from living. Many of the lessons we rely on today were gained through past missteps. In our personal journeys, we've all had ups and downs. We've all had good times and bad times. We may have gone through unsuccessful relationships. We may have had dead-end jobs. But each of these experiences teaches us something about ourselves. Each of these experiences shapes the wisdom we now carry. The power is in the present moment. The present moment is where change happens. The present gives us opportunities to make different decisions. We can form new habits. We can create a future that aligns with our values and purpose. But before we can discover the power of the present, before we can enjoy the present moment, we need to find peace with the past. The past cannot be changed. We must recognize that as we learn from the past, we improve. We do things differently. We do things better. In the past, before gaining new knowledge, we generally acted with the best understanding available to us. In hindsight, when looking at the past, we can't allow ourselves to be consumed by guilt or regret, even if the knowledge we had seems insufficient. We can't get stuck or dwell on the past. We will miss out on the blessings of today. Rather than judge our past selves harshly, we can extend grace and acknowledge that we did the best at that time. We shouldn't dwell on what we cannot change. Instead, we should channel our energy into the present. We must embrace the present with hope and intention. It is in this present moment that we have the power to apply what we learn. It is in this present moment that we can actively shape our future. Each day is a new chance to improve. Each day is a new chance to seek forgiveness. Each day is a new chance to walk in a better direction. This is a reminder that our past doesn't determine our future. Our present actions do. The Bible offers profound wisdom on how we should view our past in light of our present. Philippians chapter 3 verses 13 and 14 speak about letting go and moving forward. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Paul's words remind us that we must not be trapped by our past. Instead, we should press forward, focusing on the higher calling in our lives. Holding on to past failures can hinder growth, but moving forward with faith allows us to experience God's plan. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17 speaks about a new creation in Christ. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone. The new is here. This verse reassures us that our past does not define us. When we choose to walk with Christ, we are renewed. Our mistakes, sins, and regrets no longer have power over us. We are given a fresh start, an opportunity to live in a way that honors God. Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19 reminds us that God is doing a new thing. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. God constantly works in our lives, making a way even when our past seems overwhelming. This verse reminds us to focus on what God is doing now, rather than being stuck in past mistakes. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 lets us know that God uses our past for good. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Even when our past is filled with pain, God can redeem it. He takes our failures and turns them into something meaningful. Our hardships can become testimonies. Our mistakes can lead to wisdom, and our struggles can become sources of encouragement for others. Reflecting on the past through the lens of the present allows us to grow and change. Instead of feeling trapped by what was, we can embrace what is and what will be. The biblical perspective reminds us that God offers renewal, hope, and transformation. To live effectively in the present, we must release regret and guilt. Holding on to past mistakes only hinders growth. To live effectively in the present, we must seek wisdom from past experiences. Every mistake carries a lesson. We must move forward with purpose. The best way to honor the past is by making better choices today. Most importantly, to live effectively in the present, we must trust God's plan. God is always working for our good, even when we cannot see it. The past, when viewed through the light of the present, serves as a tool for growth rather than a prison of regret. While we cannot change what has already happened, we can choose how we respond to it. With faith, wisdom, and purpose, we can create a future that is brighter than our past. It is never too late to turn the page and start a new chapter. Thanks for joining me today. Peace and God bless you all.